This American Dream segment is brought to you by Aquino and Lowe Law Firm, answering your immigration questions.
We are talking about some of the immigration cases that Aquino and Lowe Law Firm has handled in the last 4 years that they've been with us here on Kababayan today. Earlier, what was that? Marriage, right? Attorney Allison Aquino handled that case. And right about now, more serious case. And this one, it's a case about removal proceeding. Attorney Richard Lowe handled that, but we will have Lenny on the phone join us right now to tell us their story. Kamusta, Lenny?
Mabuti naman. Thank you, Janelle.
Yes, so thank you for sharing your story with us. What is it? So what happened to you?
Okay, you know, my wife is in removal proceedings. Actually, she already exhaust all the what do you call this, yung lahat ng petition, you know, like,
okay.
And then we're on our last
try, last chance.
Try,
okay.
Yeah, And then we're looking for, actually, we've been through 2 lawyers already. Mm-hmm. And then my wife saw on Kababayan, LA, Attorney Aquino and Attorney Lowe, and she told me to try calling them. And I called them. Actually, I went there first before her kasi siya kasi ang kasi exhaust wala na yun.
Yes.
So
Lenny, I'm sorry
permit,
Lenny, I'm sorry to cut you, but just in the interest of time, what put your wife in removal proceeding? Bakit siya napunta sa ganung sitwasyon?
Kasi may political asylum siya.
Okay.
And then na-deny. And then what do you call this?
Appeal.
Nag-appeal, yeah.
Tapos na-deny. Okay.
Yeah, nag-appeal kami. Actually, yung namin, yung pagpunta namin kay na Attorney Aquino at saka Attorney Lowe, last appeal na yon.
Okay. Okay, anong sinabi nung dalawang lawyer? Anong ginawa nila? So, bali, hindi sila nakatulong?
Well, you know, nakatulong sila. I mean, kasi ang ginagawa ay appeal kami ng appeal kasi nga na-deny na yung kanyang political asylum. So, appeal kami ng appeal, parang dinidelay lang namin. But then she doesn't have out of, na siya, wala na siyang...
She's out of status, and I know that when you're out of status, it's so difficult to live here in the U.S., no? You can't survive, you can't thrive. Attorney Richard Lowe, I see 2 problems here. Applying for political asylum, is that commonly done? And then being in removal proceeding, how were you able to get her out of that?
Well, yes, the asylum applications are a common way that people who are notarios or not necessarily attorneys, or some attorneys who just want to make money, are telling people, file an asylum application, you can get a work permit out of it. And that people sometimes do that without realizing that an asylum application can only end in either you getting asylum or you being in court. So there doesn't just get denied and it goes away. You have to be in proceedings after that.
So that put her in proceedings.
Well, that put her in proceedings, yes.
Okay. And he was saying that the wife, or both of them, consulted 2 other lawyers. What was the advice?
Well, I think their advice was to continue on with the appeals, maybe to do a 9th Circuit appeal, or to do some other actions without going back and looking at how she actually ended up in proceedings and how she ended up with a court order for a removal. So
essentially, and that's what he said, essentially what they did was they were just delaying, and when they came to you, that was the last resort, and what did you do?
Well, we decided to go back and look at what the order of the court was, and because she had not appeared in court and had gotten bad advice at that time, we went back and told the court that we would like to reopen the matter because she did not appear for reasons that have not her fault. She didn't get a notice and she didn't get a good advice from her attorney at that time, and the court agreed with us and allowed us to reopen the matter, and then we were able to proceed. Once the matter is then reopened, we can then proceed with whatever relief we had available to her.
So, Lenny?
Yes.
Yes. So when the case was reopened, I'm sure you were just, what were you feeling?
You know what? I would like to add that my wife was already out of status for about more than 10 years when we went to Attorney Lowe and Attorney Aquino. That's why we are very, very grateful to them. And also their charges too. We were paying like almost triple of what
they charged you. Yes, for the retainer.
Of what they were charging us. Yeah, and Attorney Aquino, they were only charging about 1/3 of what they're charging us, and And the last appeal, which is the last one actually, because my wife already exhausted all her appeal. And the last one, if that appeal didn't become successful, she had to go home. And
now she has.
And they reopened it, and
Yes.
we were so ecstatic about that.
Yes,
And
thank you so much, Lenny. And I also need to say congratulations to you and your wife, because I hear that now your wife has a thriving dental practice. Congratulations.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you
And,
so much. Thank you, Lenny. We'll talk a little bit more about this case and also another case when we return on the show. Don't go away.